And don't let the high fashion fool you. These Brooklyn Nets mean business. A shot from earlier on coming down the tunnel, ready to put a show on here at home. But traffic in New York City making its way back and forth between Manhattan and the borough of Brooklyn are setting tonight. Hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the New York Knicks. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and we have David Aldridge on our sideline. And our special guest tonight, welcoming in Kenny the Jet Smith.
Oh, Kevin, man, great to be here. I hate being up in that studio sometimes. I love it down here,
we
man.
We need you courtside.
Oh,
we
man,
need you
it feels
courtside.
so much better being with you guys and them other two.
Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Boston Celtics. Then on Friday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Chicago Bulls. And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Kevin, thanks. Donovan Mitchell grew up around pro athletes. His father worked in Major League Baseball, and Donovan said, "I saw guys making millions, staying humble and grounded. I also saw the other side. So I try to treat people right. I grew up that way, and the NBA doesn't change it." Kevin, he's showing as much as he's talking about it.
What a great guy. D.A., thank you for that.
Kenny, you played alongside some incredible clutch performers. Who would you give the ball to now for a game-deciding three?
Game-deciding three. Steph Curry's number one. Klay Thompson's number two. Ray Allen's retired, so I'll go with Trae Young.
Ooh, what about Dame Lillard? Dame
Lillard. I'm sorry, Dame Lillard, number three. And then Trae.
Say, wait, so
Steph, Klay,
Lillard, okay.
Game-winning three, not off the dribble.
I'm going to throw a wild card out there.
Who's that?
Kawhi.
No.
Kawhi. Hey, Kevin
wild.
and I saw him hit one of the biggest threes.
Yeah, that's a wild card, though.
That's a wild card. I mean, hey, he hit a three to get to the finals.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
And he was injured in that game and in those series. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Kemba Walker is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then there's Jay, and it's Towns. And at the center, locking down the middle. And for Brooklyn, Lauri Markkanen is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Wiseman. And it's Mitchell in at the two-guard spot. Here's Towns. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Wiggins inside the line. Rebound, Kemba Walker. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for New York. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Absolutely, especially on the road when you need those guys off the bench to up the ante.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander after New York gets the three. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. Good on the triple.
There they go, finally able to drop one in on their fourth try.
Knicks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Brunson kicks to Walker. To the middle. Here's Towns. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
And, you know, you got multiple options with this guy coming out of the screen. He can go pick and pop on you. He can go pick and roll. Towns can hurt you either way.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. What a tremendous game he played against Minnesota. Mitchell, score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. For the players, NBA contracts are guaranteed, but we also see performance incentives. I'm sure that's got to be a motivator, right, with those incentives in that contract.
If that motivates you to play, then something's wrong with you, an incentive.
Because you should love them.
Because the guaranteedness of being there and the wanting to win should motivate you anything more than anything else.
And honestly, like, most guys, and this sounds crazy, but they don't really know all the language in the contract. They just know it's got a G at the end of it. It's guaranteed. Because, like, you really don't think about that stuff, and you sure as heck don't think about it in the heat of the battle. Have to give Markkanen credit there. Great job absorbing the hit on the shot.
Brunson, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Mitchell. Talking about that win against the Timberwolves, he was definitely a major factor as well.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Walker's shot is off. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. And it's Mitchell missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Walker's shot is off. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. That's good for Mitchell on the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 assists now tonight. Walker against Mitchell. Offensive rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
It's rebounded by New York.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Brooklyn. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, you see the great reach as well as the relentless pursuit shown by Towns. He's simply saying, not here, not now, not in my house.
A three-pointer, Wiggins. That one doesn't drop. The Knicks go the other way with it. Brunson with it. They just worked San Antonio in that last game. And that one's good. Towns has got his second bucket of the night.
Beast mode in the painted area. Karl Anthony Towns. Hard to match up with him. His size and skill set, top level.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Kenny, you've played under a number of legendary coaches. What traits do they share, and how were they different?
Well, the great thing about all of them, they had me. So that makes it,
check that box, right? Move half off to the side.
It's something that they all had in common. I'm not saying that it's me, but it is him. I think what makes them great, what makes them great is the ability to relate and also the ability to change direction. Like, you could have a game plan and then all of a sudden change the game plan in the middle of the game and come up with a new one if it's not right.
Well, I even go a step further. You're also, the great coaches adapt to their personnel as opposed to trying to make the personnel adapt to them. That's why Greg Popovich stand out for me. Because I remember when the Spurs used to be beating you in the 80s.
Yeah. And now
then he's the guy that started this whole offense.
Yep, just running thing.
3-on-3. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Brooklyn. B.J. Washington comes in for Markkanen. Washington finds Hayes. Now here's Wiggins, guarded closer. And it's Washington missing. New York's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Jay, covered by Wiggins. Wiggins with the block.
Great read that time by Wiggins, anticipating the shot. Sends it out with return to sender posted.
A three-pointer, no good.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Walker's shot is off.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Buries the long-range jumper. Mitchell's got 13.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
2 division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
This is definitely the first of many tonight. And in these first games, you always try to set the tone and take that mental and psychological edge.
So for the Nets, Crawford comes in for Wiggins, and Dinwiddie subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Over the last few years, Jet, the step-back three has become a staple for some guys. Who do you think is the most consistent with it?
Harden and Doncic, easily. You know who started the step back? A guy named, the first time I ever saw it was Kiki Vandeweghe.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I never saw a step back until he
And
played.
it was quick.
Yeah, he used to do a quick step back. And I'd never seen the step back move ever in my life before. And I was like, what is that? Is that a walk? He's like, no, it's a step back. And now we got the step to the step to the step to the step to the step back.
The side back.
And what's going to be the next development?
You're just going to be able to run and you don't have to dribble.
Yeah. We're seeing that right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Jay. Poeltl with the ball, defended by Dinwiddie. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. The Nets with the lead. Props in the layup for 2.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Mitchell outside. Misses the 3. New York's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Bamba passes to White. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. White's got it all tied up now for the Knicks. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. Feeds it to Hayes. Yep, it counts.
And, you know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
They've been hanging in there.
And a chance here to jump on top.
Here's White, and he drops it in from the low post. White's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Now here's Hayes. Back to Dinwiddie. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Dinwiddie's got his second bucket.
Kenny, your shot mechanics look polished, even back in college. Some guys take longer to have that thing look smooth and make some sense optically.
Well, it's repetition more than the visual. So the more you, like I actually shot the ball and my left hand stays on too long, so I had a side spin. It didn't go, it have a natural revolution. So Marcus Smart comes to mind, Lonzo Ball, you know, but the repetition will help you.
Yeah.
And, you know, there are some guys that, you know, some of the great shooters don't have great, I mean, Ray Allen, Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe shot it with a
Larry
little soft
Bird's
hand. Larry
form
Bird
was different.
But, you know, they perfected it.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
And what body control. Even when White gets bodied up, he sticks with his shot.
The Knicks making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against Minnesota. And there is the whistle. That goes on Kobe White. That is his first foul of the game. Mitchell looking it over. Here's Dinwiddie. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And ball handlers like Mitchell really elevate your offense. His precision passing to pass the basketball at the right time, really a terrific ability.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. 1:57 left in the first quarter. Here's Dinwiddie. Hayes trying to break free. Dinwiddie with the bucket. Now it's a 4-point Brooklyn lead.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Here's Mitchell following the score by New York. With the teardrop, Dinwiddie. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys? Honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Knicks trailed by 5. A minute 20 left to play in the first. And it's White missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And how fearless is Donovan Mitchell? I mean, as a rookie in his first playoff series, he went off for 38 in a closeout game against none other than Russell Westbrook.
Frazier, he's checked in for the Knicks.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Knicks trail by 7. Out to the right wing. Back to Frazier. 18 feet out. Rebounded by the Nets. Pass to Dinwiddie. It's up a 3. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 3 assists tonight.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
The Knicks have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight, and Frazier drops them both. 29 seconds left in the first. Here now is Dinwiddie. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Mitchell's got 18 points in the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now Frazier with 2 seconds left. And Bamba with the basket on the assist by Frazier.
Great to see Bamba shooting while in rhythm. Shots like this will only help his confidence.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back right after this. And always interesting to hear from Donovan Mitchell, who recently spoke about the teams.
Everybody had their expectations of what we...
And you know, Greg, Mitchell's going to be right in the middle of it, leading the way.
And on top of everything else he does, he's elite at getting his own shot. We've seen him carry this team offensively at times. Boy, he is special.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Brooklyn?
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Zhang. Frazier is out there with Thompson. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Pirtle in at the 3 slot. Nets leading by 5.
And the three-pointer, something that's exploded in importance the last half-decade. Kenny, do you feel you would have played differently if you came into the league today?
Without question. Because, Greg, I was probably, if you told me I could get 30 points or 20 assists, I would have said 30 points. I was that type of mentality. I liked scoring because scoring came easier to me. Finding people didn't come as easy. So I would have loved to play in this era where I don't have to think about getting you the ball as much. I would have loved that.
And honestly, the passing lanes are bigger because the court is more space.
Yes,
like
space
so, if you shoot it, like we talk about, your ability to shoot it at a high level makes the game easier.
Yeah.
Because now guys, the pump, you can lift your head, they're jumping out of position. You know, they're guarding the three-point line tighter, so you have more room to operate.
But he gets it back.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Here's Thompson. A second chance effort. Kanter's shot is off.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And the coaching staff loves this. Mitchell being assertive on offense and just imposing his will.
Dinwiddie against Frazier. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
Here's Dinwiddie. 15 points in the game. It's Crawford on the wing. Here's the 3. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Crawford's got the lead up to 12 now for the Nets.
I tell you what, he's got an unreal feel for that corner 3. Huge mistake to give him that shot uncontested. How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Markkanen, he's checked in for Washington. Wiggins comes in for Jamal Crawford. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell. Dinwiddie passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Markkanen's got space. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Kenny, your career saw the expansion of the NBA as the league added several new teams. How did expansion change the league and change for the players when you were on the floor?
Well, probably Greg can answer this better because he had to move out of the country when expansion came in with the Grizzlies. So how did that feel?
I miss
leaving the
Vancouver.
country, not just leaving the state, but leaving the country.
And that's the point. It is different. Like, I mean, obviously it's still North America, and Canada's very close to us culturally, but it's still different. And the other big part was, you know, they knew about basketball, but it wasn't a part of their fabric. So a lot of times you were trying to educate fans to help them, you know, have interest in the game. So it was different, and especially growing up as a kid, you know, I never dreamt of playing in Vancouver for the Grizzlies. That never really entered into the equation.
5 to shoot. Kicks it out to Wiggins. They grab their own miss. Here's Wiseman. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Kemba Walker picks one up. The Nets have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And so Siakam will bring it up for the Knicks. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. For New York, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Dinwiddie drives in, and that one is good. Dinwiddie's got 17.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And the Nets with possession here. 6-point game. And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Here's Wiseman. And he uses the glass on the layup. 6 points for James Wiseman.
And it's been said we're witnessing the golden era for lead guards. Kenny, do you agree with that? And if so, is it the players or the style of play that's key?
I don't know if it's the golden era but it is a great era. But the NBA that is the toughest position because you can have a bad team, but you're going to always see a great guard. And that's always been the case. Even in our era, if I was playing against the Dallas Mavericks, they were terrible at the time, and Hakeem would go, well, you got to play against Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
And so it's always the position in game. And so you got Westbrook, you got CP3, you got Trae Young now, you got the young, the old, you got it's always the tough position.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway, take the shot that's available.
And Jay gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. This is to Wiggins.
The main area of emphasis for Wiggins moving forward has to keep knocking it down from the mid-range.
Knicks trail by 10. Runs in the pass to Siakam. Passes to Jay. Back to Siakam. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Brunson. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
That one goes. Count it. Walker's got his second basket.
Got to give Walker all the credit. I mean, clever went inside, refusing to let the defense have the upper hand.
Here's Dinwiddie. A beautiful reverse layup.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Dinwiddie with the steal. Wiggins outside. Pass to Dinwiddie. Fires the 3. And no good that time. And New York will come the other way.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
Brooklyn leading by 10. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. No good with the triple. The Knicks shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for the Nets.
And scouts question whether Gilgeous-Alexander could finish through contact. There's your answer. Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
It's his first trip to the line.
And taking a look back at his performance at the line a year ago, a rock solid 79%.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for the Nets. They're leading by 8.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Pushing it up. Here's Walker, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And, you know, Walker knows how to get to the line a few times per game. Actually, his aggressiveness and quickness with the ball, tough to match up against.
And so Walker nails both of them. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Now the pass to Dinwiddie.
Really good job on the inside that time. I mean, he had to work for that rebound, and he got it done.
That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Walker.
Yeah, Walker seemed unbothered by the defense there. Very creative with the rock in his hand.
There's the double team with Walker. And stolen by Siakam. And here comes Walker, leading the fast break. Here's Towns. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 5 assists tonight.
Yeah, I think the train has left the station in regards to Walker ever being able to live his shoot-first reputation down. But as we see here, this is a guy who can make some spectacular passes.
The Knicks shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. He nails it, and we're tied up. Walker's got 10 points. Brooklyn's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Here's Wiseman. And just miss after miss right now.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Walker the pass to Towns. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Timeout called. The Nets. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And that was not an easy game for them. I mean, they barely hung on at the end of regulation before they were able to pull it out in overtime.
And it could turn out to be one of their biggest wins of the season. I mean, just because of the way they came through when it mattered most. That's clutch play that could serve them well going forward.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Oh!
A high-level athlete with underrated burst. Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
Here's Mitchell. Hayes trying to break free. And it's Mitchell missing.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
I think you're right. I mean, an up fake here or there, getting the ball inside, that's how you create high percentage offense.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
And what about our special guest? Kenny, thanks for taking the time to join us, dropping by. Always a pleasure. You add so much to the broadcast.
Man, thanks for having me. This is just great.
Thank you. And Greg, a lot of fun to be joined by Kenny the Jet, huh? As brilliant as he was on the court, he is just as amazing off it.
And, you know, Kenny has this amazing knack for describing what he sees with such clarity. Rare gift, and I'm glad he can share it with us.
Washington finds Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Off target from the wing.
Solid rebound there, and with a score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Hayes the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. The feed to Wiggins. Mitchell against Walker. Second chance shot. It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Mitchell.
Great mechanics from Mitchell on that one. You can count on him when he's at that range.
Brunson the pass to Towns, and Towns throws it down.
just playing with poise and confidence. Man, they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the New York Knicks. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Karl Anthony Towns. Karl, you got some scoring going in that first half. What did you take advantage of?
I'm just finding spots, not chasing it, letting it come to me. Just using what my teammates give me.
Productive half so far, Karl Anthony. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And gracing us with his presence once again after his stirring performance with the live crew. At least that's what the card I'm reading says, and it was written by the always terrific Kenny Smith.
Well, you know what it was. You called it the live crew, but you know what it was when I was down there?
No.
You know it's always.
You know what, Kenny?
Yes,
I'm not a hater. I'm a congratulator.
Thank you.
And I must say, you did a great job. I liked it almost as much as the regular broadcast. I was impressed.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard.